It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin joined in the booth by Charles Davis. CD, these Falcons seem to be in an interesting spot coming into 2023. They've seemingly got playmakers galore on offense, but they may only be as good as what their defense can do for them.
And that defense, 27th overall in the league last year, so they must improve. In order to help them, though, they're going to try and control the ball more on the offensive side, try and run it a little bit more and take some time off the clock.
Meanwhile, for the Texans, things are changing rapidly in the Space City. They've got the new coach in D'Amico Ryans coming over from the Niners. They made two big splashes on draft night, but fixing the defense seems a priority.
And remember the 2022 draft? They took a lot of guys on that side of the ball, so maybe we just need a little bit more seasoning with some of the talent that they've accumulated.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of the future.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Ridder. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. As they've got it as we resume action. And pressure gets to him again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Back deep is Tank Dell. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the 2nd overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
In only 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman finalist, program records galore. He looked every bit like the #1 overall pick. He went number 2, but Houston is thrilled to have him.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Stroud to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stroud on 3rd down now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus. You know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Ritter now. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, it's Ritter. Throws right back to London, complete again. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
There's nothing to
Coach.
show you. A scoreless tie here at the half. Both of these defenses have been outstanding thus far.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. On second down, it's Stroud. That's into the hands of Woods. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ball start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Stroud working out of the gun. Looking deep here from Mechie. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. So 3 quarters in the book, still no one on the scoreboard. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
Get something together.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Ritter. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Ritter. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Ritter wants to throw it. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Ritter. Got a man. It's London. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot for C.J. Stroud. Finding Schultz. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And not all W's are created equal, CD. And this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things. If it didn't go well in your game, with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.